YouTube, we're back. We're back. It's early. It's only 12:15, and it's not actually that early. But for me, it's early because you see me, man, like a lion on the weekend. But I can't lie. Can't lie. I like a lion on the weekend. But I'm here putting on the show for the man. Them, you know the vibes. OnlyFacts Sports. I got my tea in an OnlyFacts mug. I got my cereal. I don't have an OnlyFacts bowl, and we're here. But Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest should be a good game. I mean, Liverpool at home. You've got to be back in Liverpool here, but Liverpool had a bit of a touch and go performance. Only picked up 1 point against Newcastle, but I think they're going to be much better today. Much better. It's unfortunate. Yeah, Nottingham Forest might have actually had a better shout winning this game if Liverpool had won against Newcastle. I think there's a world where if Liverpool win against Newcastle, then maybe, they go into this game a little bit more complacent. But having had to fight their way for those points, it's going to be a struggle. They're going to be well at it today. First game at home as well. Anfield, the fortress already. In terms of teams, Liverpool squad still looking a little bit thin on the ground, which is my concern for them at this moment in time. Alisson, Becker in goal. Van Dijk, Jaquette, centre-backs, Kirkes, Frimpong, full-backs, very, very attacking full-backs, leaving their centre-backs a little bit short at times. Szoboszlai, McAllister, Wirtz, solid midfield. Wirtz still not really hitting the level. We know he's a good player, still not really hitting the level, but McAllister and Szoboszlai, really, really solid double pivot. Gakpo and Munoz out wide, and Alexander Isak up top. And who's on the bench? Rio and Gamoa on the bench, Ryan Gravenberch on the bench, Araujo on the bench, and they're really the main guys you're looking at on that bench still. What are you saying, AT? Big up, big up, big up. Nottingham Forest, they're going with a back three. Cunha, Milinkovic, Murillo, decent. Nico Williams, Aina. We know what that back five does. Do you know what I mean? With Matt Sells in goal. We know kind of can blow a bit hot and cold. Do you know what I'm saying? But solid. Schlanger and McCarthy in the midfield. Not the strongest in midfields. And Doy and Gibbs White and Igor Jesus as the attack. So the attack is decent. Like if they get into the final third, they will get active if they get into the final third. But the defense, you'll feel like you get not just the defense is kind of solid, but the midfield, you're going to feel like if you're Liverpool, if you're Gravenberch, Wirtz, this is a game I'm looking at you to pick up space in and around the edge of the 18-yard box and create. I want to see that Wirtz at the moment in the Prem doesn't look too comfortable on the ball. Like I don't want to hold the ball for too long. And that's what I want to be seeing from Wirtz. Do you know what I mean? Not just the creativity. Everyone highlights the creativity, but he's just not comfortable on the ball right now. When you see Bruno, I know his passing could be hit or miss, but he's comfortable on the ball. When you see Ødegaard, he's comfortable on the ball. They have the ability to kind of slow the game down when they're at their best. Cole Palmer on the ball, he can kind of slow the game down, pick the game back up. It's all at his pace. And Wirtz just seems to play at the pace of the game and not really control the pace of the game. And I think now there's a narrative around Wirtz that he's not great. I think people are now trying to press him and be more aggressive against him. So that's not going to help him. But again, I think if you're looking at that centre mid with McAllister and Szoboszlai behind you, I mean, Szoboszlai and Wirtz particularly, I think that they'll be licking their lips at that midfield and saying, actually, we're going to have a lot of the ball here. Do you know what I'm saying? 3 streams today. Man, I'm moving like Lee Gunner. Bro, don't ever compare me to Lee Gunner. Like that. But yeah, bro, we're here 3 times today. We've got this live. We've got Tottenham Hotspur, Hate Along. And then we've got the football later, do you know what I'm saying? The boxing later, sorry. I can see Wirtz going Bayern and doing their madness. Yeah, where the game's slow, this is what I'm saying about dictating the pace of the game. The Prem, people talk about the Prem being very fast and very physical, and it is. But if you are an elite player, and again, elite player, AT, me and you are going to argue as to whether elite player means technical ability or what you deliver on the pitch. But the elite players, like when Ozil was in the Prem, he just controlled the pace of games, bro. He could have the ball and the whole game slow down. Everyone slows down because Ozil's got the ball. It's mad, bro. It's mad. It's like aura farming. Like, I don't know. Cole Palmer has that ability. James Maddison seemed to have that ability at times when he was at Leicester. Hasn't really shown it at Tottenham. And he gets the ball. It's like, I'm so good at this. You can't rush me. Do you know what I mean? You don't really rush Palmer to do what he's going to do. Ødegaard, when he's at his best, you can't rush me, bro. You're not going to rush me into making a decision. I'm going to make a decision in my own time. And that's what top players do. When I'm looking at Wirtz, it feels very rushed. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. But I think if he goes to a slower league like Bayern, a less physical league as well, they're not gonna press him. Do you know what I mean? Certain players, for me, one of the ways I assess players, yeah, is by watching how other players respect that player, if that makes sense. Do you know what I'm saying? If you see, we all know like Traore is big and strong. We all know that. We can see he's big, muscular, strong. But players in the professional game, they know he's quick, so they respect he's quick, but they're not scared of him. They're not scared of him like they're scared of Haaland. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not scared of him like they're scared of like Drogba. Do you mean he ain't got that type of aura? So you can tell like he's limited. When it comes to certain players, you can see sometimes players don't want to press certain players. When you've got Busquets in the midfield, players don't even want to press Busquets. They don't even want to press him because they know he's good. Even if at home you can't really see what he's good at, because for a long time people didn't really get why Busquets was rated so high. But you can see players that rate him. For us, Arsenal, we bought in Solis. We had Saka on the right-hand side. These men are using Solis every chance they get. That tells me in training, these men rate this guy. Do you know what I'm saying? These men must really rate him because they just want to keep giving him the ball every time. Do you know what I'm saying? I still rate Wirtz. He could still do something in the Premier League. He could do. I don't think he's terrible, but I think he's going to need a good team of players around him. And that's what's really going to make the difference to Wirtz as to whether or not he's going to really hit levels or not, is the players that he's got around him. Interesting that obviously Gravenberg's been dropped. Gravenberg dropped down to the bench. He had a bit of a stinker against Newcastle. I think he definitely gave the ball away. Shout out Ahmad, shout out the man in the chat. Like the video, by the way. Trying to keep the football lives coming for the man them. I think it was Gravenberg gave the ball away for the first goal. He was driving forward, done a little flick pass, not a pass that was done with any type of conviction. And the ball, they just picked up the ball, and then the Newcastle went and scored off the back of that. And I think that counter-attack against Liverpool is there, especially if you catch them short with their fullbacks pushing up. They play almost like wing-backs, even though it's a back four. But yeah, Gravenberg out and McAllister in. So really, really trying to just shore up that. And it's interesting because obviously under Slot, people were saying that he revolutionized Gravenberg, and Gravenberg had a bad first season, but Slot really just got the best out of him. And then now another manager's come in, and one game in, it's like, yeah, let's get McAllister back in his team because Gravenberg's not looking like it's it right now. So it's so interesting how different players work for different styles of play. And this is why we always argue about who's better than who and what matters more, technical ability, athleticism, all these different things. So it's interesting. I can't see Nottingham Forest winning this game. Like I say, Liverpool first game at home. That Forest midfield just worries me a lot. It's actually my dad's team, Nottingham Forest, who my dad supports. I just can't see it, bro. I can't see it. I can see Forest scoring, but I don't think I can see them scoring more than one. And it would have to be on a counter-attack. So I don't know. For me, I can't see anything other than like a 3-1 Liverpool here. Do you know what I'm saying? And like I say, Liverpool drew their last game. They're going to have to show Wagwan here, Jimmy, at home. Big up. Are you happy with your Champions League draw? Vinny Derby storyline, Allianz 2. Bro, if we were to get Julian Alvarez, which I don't think we will, but if we were, that'd be crazy, bro. Do you mean we've got to go to 2 ops? Do you mean we've got to go face Vinny, and then we've got to take Julian Alvarez back to the Metropolitano? So it'd be kind of crazy still. Man, speak on Kirkes the same way your teammates rate you when the opposition players keep going on your side. They clearly don't rate. Exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Kirkes, yeah, man them in the game. This is what I'm talking about. Exactly. That's a great insight, AT. Like, man them in the game can see. You can see. We might like Kirkes. We might think Kirkes is cold, but as fans. But in the game, man are looking at Kirkes like, I can bun you, bro. I can bun you, bro. Because Kirkes at Bournemouth was a lot of down the line whipping crosses, kind of old school Andy Robertson type. So I can see why Liverpool signed him. But in terms of defensively, Andy Robertson for Hull and for Liverpool, he wasn't the best defender, but he was a dog. He's Scottish, innit? Scottish players are normally dogs. John McGinn, Kieran Tierney to a certain extent. Like, them Scottish players are dogs, bro. And Kirkes ain't got that dog in him, bro. He ain't. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like you could physically get at him. He's quick. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's had injury problems. He's quick. He can run you, but going backwards, big problem. Big problem. And unfortunately, it's the same for Frimpong, bro. It's the same for Frimpong. Do you know what I mean? I can't lie. This game is almost a must-win game for Forest. I saw some Forest fans say Glasner out, bro. Bro. This going to Anfield can never be a must-win game for Forest, blood. It never, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're looking at, okay, cool. They've had a bad start. They lost to Leeds 1-0, and they lost to Leeds again in the cup. I get that. But if I'm looking at their next 5 games, Liverpool away, Spurs at home, Aston Villa away, Coventry at home, Palace away. Bro, I'm not saying just go and lose to Liverpool, but this game, if I was a Forest fan, I'd want to see a good performance. And if we take a point, that's a really good point, because at home to Spurs, you could fancy yourselves. Away to Villa play Arsenal on Monday. Who knows what kind of state Villa are in? They shipped 4 against Brighton. They might do us, but there's a chance that they get smoked again. You could be facing a very vulnerable Villa side. Then you're at home to Coventry. You've got to back yourself there. And then you're away at Palace. You've got to back yourself there. So of the next 5 games, I'm not looking at this game in Liverpool as like the must win. Do you know what I mean? I don't judge Glasner just after this game. Do you know what I mean? Have your things that you want to see the team improve on, but it can't be Glasner out after Liverpool. Do you know what I'm saying? Leeds, fair enough, that was a bad result. But after Liverpool at Anfield, I think that's unfair. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just not realistic. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not realistically. Glasner's a good record against Liverpool, which I'm relying on. My boy was telling me how he would start Tsimikas and sell Kirkes even before Newcastle, and they are starting to switch on him. Bro, we've been having these conversations about Kirkes for a while, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, it's difficult because when you sign for a new club, what you don't want to do, it's not up to you, but when you go into a new club, especially a big club, a Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, and the first season is a down season, it's really difficult to flick that switch back upwards again. Do you know what I'm saying? Because as a left back, there's only so much you can do. Like, do you know what I'm saying? They bought in Kirkes is like an underrated signing, kind of not a quiet signing, but they spent 100 million on Verts. They spent 100 million on Isak. They bought in Ekatike. So all you can do is get down the wing and supply them. Get down the wing and supply them. Get down the wing and supply them. If you keep supplying them and they keep not scoring, I don't know, G. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It could not necessarily be you, but just as a player, I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, he's fine, but he's not levels, is it? We have Como away. Interesting to see how Cesc does in the Champions League. 100% would be really, really good. Where's Nico Paz, by the way? Is he still with Como, or has he gone back to? Okay, so he's with Como still. Okay, it'd be interesting to see Nico Paz in the Champions League as well. That'll be exciting. Nick, they don't have proper wingers to play his style. Nico Williams is a good right back, but terrible winger. Yeah, facts. Still at Como, he's called. Yeah. Nico Paz the baller, so he's someone I'm looking at. Like, yeah, boom. Let's see you in the Champions League. Let's see what I got. The wing backs. I mean, I even think Ola Aina's a little bit overrated, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, he's man them. He's from London. Do you know what I'm saying? I see him on podcasts. Do you know what I mean? I think a few man them know him. He seems like a cool guy. But in terms of this right back thing, this right wing back thing, like they got a lot of players. They got players, unfortunately. Just like in boxing, we say, what's your ambition? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you support Nottingham Forest, you want your team to be getting into Europe. Are we looking at players? If we're looking at their team, are we looking at a team that is desperate to push for European football? There's a few players in there I think are quite comfortable with where they're at, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Nico Williams' career, you know what I mean? He's won big trophies at Liverpool. He's been part of trophy winning sides. You know, now I feel like he kind of might look at Forest as a bit of a step down. Do you know what I'm saying? I think Gibbs White will be pushing for European football, you know, but other than that, I'm not really seeing a lot of man that's pushing, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you met Aina, bro. Aina's cool in it. Like, some of the man them know him. Aina's cool in it. He's from Ends. Shout out to Ola. But in terms of that real drive, that real I don't know, bro. I don't know. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if I'm being unfair. If you man get what I'm saying, like, what's the motivation for these players, bro? But we'll see. Maybe Schlager brings a little bit more because Schlager's come from RB Leipzig. Do you know what I'm saying? They've been playing European football. You know, maybe that's the expectation that he can kind of up the levels. But I don't know. And then you got James McAtee. You know, yeah, he was at City Academy, went on loan. He's okay, he's cool, but not amazing. Nick, do you not think current managers are so rigid for their style? That's why not successful. Glasner should know his style can't work at Forest. McAtee's a good player, but he's young, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like he's a good player. How old is he? 20. Okay, he's 23. He's not that young. He's a good player. Like he's not dead. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he was tidy. When he used to come on for City, he was tidy. But he was coming on and showing cameos with the best players in the world. So it's like I'm looking at McAtee like I was looking at like Afellay at Barcelona. Like you look very tidy, but you're coming off the bench and playing with the best teams in the world. So am I looking when it comes to you starting and leading the midfield? Am I looking at you? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Aina means mirror in Hindi. If I see him, I'm going to tell him that. He's from Cobham as well. Oh, is he? Okay. He's ex-Chelsea. There you go. Even Pep played a lot of styles in his time. I think a lot of managers now are just control freaks, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? But I think managers have to justify themselves more than ever before. Every time you lose a game, you're going to have to go talk to the board. I think a lot of it comes from the board, bro. A lot of it comes from the board. For years, people could call it small club mentality, but for several years, Arsene Wenger finished fourth, and there was no discourse about whether he was going to get sacked. Like, sacking him was outrageous. It just seemed like a crazy decision. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas, like, now, I feel like if you lose 2 games back-to-back as a Premier League manager, I think the board is going to want to talk to you. Not necessarily sack you, but the board's going to have to talk to you. So now you are trying to do a job where you're trying to you have to show some justification on what's happening. Do you know what I'm saying? On the pitch and show what you're imparting. And then you're trying to get your team. A lot of the team, do you know what it is? Managers used to be the top of the club. Now, there's so much more at board level that managers are more like middle management. Do you know what I'm saying? And middle management, in any corporation, all middle management do is try to cover their own asses. Do you know what I'm saying? And just try to show, okay, what have I done? Imagine every month on OnlyFacts, I have to show the numbers that I pulled in and how many views I got and how many times I went live. But bro, then man might start going live and doing bullshit shows just to justify the numbers. It's pointless, bro. It don't work for anyone. I disagree, Nick. Amram could be successful if he wasn't rigid. I don't know what you did. That's what I just said. I don't know what you disagreed with. Do you know what I'm saying? All I said is that I didn't argue that managers aren't rigid. I'm agreeing with that. I'm explaining why managers are rigid. The reason why is because more than ever before, man used to just, back in the day, there was no data science team. There was none of this numbers and data teams, all the rest of it, yeah? So when you had a manager, you just trusted that the manager knew what they were doing. And if it was really, really bad, then you might have to sack a manager. Whereas now, if you're a manager and you lose a game and you go talk to the board and you say, here's what I did and here's what I laid out and here's why, there'll be some data to say, like, I've got a book in my thing called Soccernomics. If you might like football and you're interested in this side of it, go and buy the book Soccernomics. And it breaks down all the numbers that go into football. And there were times when they said the Vincent Kompany Mancini season was one of the seasons that changed how data impacted football. I can't remember which way round it was, but Mancini used to like in-swinging corners or out-swinging corners for that's what he wanted. I want out-swinging corners. And the data team at Man City went to him and said, no, the data shows that you are 80% more likely with an in-swinging corner and your centre-back running and heading the ball or whatever the case may be. And then it was the game that was 1-0. Could Liverpool be in Frimpong? That is an awful cross. It goes over everybody. Frimpong lacks technical ability, honestly. But it was the game that Man City won 1-0, Vincent Kompany header, and they did it the way the data team wanted them to do it, and then they went on to win that league title. And that was seen as one of the pivotal days where everything's data now. So if you play a certain formation you like, and I play a certain formation, like we play the same formation, but I manage in Italy. If you lose 2 games, they will put Kai Senna at right back as banter. If you lose 2 games, they'll come to you and say, why have you lost with 4-4-2? when Nick over in Italy playing in Serie B, the second division in Italy, he plays 4-4-2, and he's delivering this. And if you can't deliver, we'll just fire you and go and get Nick. That's not how football works, but that's how it is now. So that's why the managers are so micromanaging, because if you make a mistake as a player can make a mistake, an unforced mistake, and that could cost me my job. Do you know what I mean? Off topic, need to speak on Alvarez. His attitude stinks. I knew he would do a Lukaku interview or something for Barcelona if he was at Arsenal for 2 years. To be honest with you, the way he's moving, the book's called Soccernomics. So soccer and then like economics, like economics, basically. Get that book. Really, really good. But if it isn't working, you have to change, right? But it might not necessarily not be working. This is the thing. This is where some managers and boards clash. Because there could be something that the manager thinks is working or like we're getting better at. In football, sometimes you're going to get better at something. And then the data team come and say, well, statistically, this is better, so change it. But sometimes you've got to work at stuff. You know what I'm saying? If Šeško's not great at heading, we don't just not crossing the ball. We might work on his heading. But then the data team would say, well, drop Šeško then and just put Cunha in. But then Šeško's never going to get better as a player. And if you are not, you're Man United, so you can go and buy the best players in the world, generally speaking. But if you're in Nottingham Forest, you're giving me a limited budget and asking me to do big things on this limited budget. I've got to improve the players. We can't just keep spending money and changing stuff. Great one too. Jaquet kind of brought down Igor Thiago. And again, it's just that little defensive midfield protection area for Liverpool. You know, that's where you normally have Gravenberch in there. But today they've gone with McAllister, who can do that job, but he's a little bit more box to box and slightly less defensive than Gravenberch, and that's where we're seeing a little difference already. Amorim's different. I'm not defending Amorim. I'm not defending him at all. I'm not defending him. Amorim lost to Grimsby, so with a man that won the PFA Player of the Year. The PFA Player of the Year lost the game to Grimsby as the captain, so I don't know anything. Liverpool almost in, doing that Areola football. Little one touch. Ball over the top. Could Igor Thiago be in? He's brought down. It's actually Ndoye. Ndoye was brought down. No foul. That ball over the top is there. They've already identified. Frimpong is going to go high. And when Frimpong goes high, even stuff like this, like Nottingham Forest are going to press the right-hand side of Kirkes and that right-hand side a lot more. You're going to see them press the right-hand side, just like a chess game, so that they can force Frimpong to go up and join the attack, so that they can go over the top to Frimpong's side. They're going to look for balls over the top onto Frimpong's side so often. Frimpong probably isn't going to have a good game today. 6 minutes in, I can already not see that because I could be wrong, but that's the prediction I'm going to make. Because every time Frimpong attacks, they're going to look to hit the counter. That's a great ball from McAllister. Huge tackle. That's a great tackle, that, from Nico Williams. Great tackle. And he's kind of coming from the wrong side of the attacker, so he's got to get that right. Nick can't stress this enough. United man have the audacity to steal back Amorim after finishing 15th and losing in the final. Remember that. True. We see United, yeah. You know, like in the ends, different fashion changes, and some of the fashion is lit and some of the fashion is dead, bro. United fans are man that will just jump on any fashion, bro. Any fashion, bro. Any fashion. If it's fashionable to wear skirts, man will start wearing skirts. Any fashion. Anytime, bro, these men were gassing about Ten Hag. He's the future of management. Then they were gassing about Amorim. Yeah, blood, like, I mean, he's anything that's like the new sexy thing, that's what they're on. Any young player that has a couple highlight reels, yeah, comes in like, bro, these men are ridiculous, bro. But most United fans have got something wrong with them, bro. They're not mentally well, bro. Any fashion, bro. United just want to follow any fashion, bro. Good football from Forest. And he's brought down. That should be a free kick. That should definitely be a free kick. Isak. Now Isak's in behind. Good strength from the defender. Should that not have been a free kick there? Did McCarthy get brought down fairly? I thought it looked like Szoboszlai got wrong side of him. Thought Milinkovic did really well there. Or Cunha, sorry. Yeah, he got fouled, blood. I don't know how Liverpool got away with that. No replay for the foul. No replay, no VAR, no conversation. 10 minutes in, Nottingham Forest have had 55% of the possession as well. Them man are wired in a very odd way still. Yeah, most United fans are on the spectrum, innit? You got to remember that. Them man aren't really outside like that. You don't really see a lot of Man United fans outside. Them man are very, like, they're inside characters, innit? Them man are just on the spectrum too. You know them youths on the block, they don't really go outside and play. They just look through the curtains. Them man, 90% of the time, them man support United. That was a really great through ball from McAllister. Gakpo's touch a little heavy. Not even a little heavy. It's a difficult angle for that touch, to be fair. Touch ain't even really bad. Defender just got onto him so quick. Aina with the cross. Back post. Back across. Oh, it should have been 1-0. Hey, Nottingham Forest are balling out, bro. Nottingham Forest are looking tidy. Aina just, I don't know what he was doing. The cross was really good in the end, but like the midfielder's waiting for Aina to go, and Aina's just not going. And then once the midfielder plays the ball, Aina's like, oh shit, and then reacts like late. But I don't know what he was doing there. Aina just should have got there, but that should have been 1-0. Liverpool Forest have dominated the attacks and slightly more attacks, not really dominated, and had the majority of the possession. Corner comes in, back post. Oh, a bit of argy-bargy, but you got to be stronger there, Cunha. You got to be stronger, whoever that was. He's got to be stronger there. This season, most teams' kits are dead. What the fuck? A few people have said that. I didn't really like the kits. The Crystal Palace one was horrible yesterday. The Bournemouth one I thought was shit because the red and then the big pink of the Vitality logo. But actually, in a match, it don't look that bad. In a match, it don't look that bad. This Forest away kit, I'm not mad at, though. I'm not mad at this Forest away kit. I think a lot of kits are quite plain. I don't really like United's kit this season. The thing with Forest, they've got attackers that are not amazing, but they're dangerous enough that you don't really want to lose the ball to them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Palace's team is shit, blood. If you lose the ball to Eddie and Nketiah in the final third, it's not the end of the world. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not panicking. Gibbs White and Doy, Igor Thiago, these men are dangerous, bro. Liverpool looking to go long. Who went long with that ball? Because that was way over here. That Munoz. Don't forget, we're live for Spurs. And then we're live for the boxing later, the main event. Do you know what I'm saying? Heavyweight boxing. Someone's getting knocked out. You know the rest. And Shane is going to be on the boxing stream. He's not going to be on the football streams today because he's working. But we're on the road to 5K still. Nick, remember this Victor Munoz is another one of them Real Madrid scams. You know what's funny though? When obviously Fulham played in a great tackle from Virgil, you know. They can another great tackle from Virgil. They can never make me hate Virgil, you know. I swear down, bro. This guy is top, bro. Obviously he's not at his best now, but Virgil's just Virgil, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? But what was I going to say? Yeah, Fulham played in the Carabao Cup the other day, and that Gonzalez Garcia guy was like, he weren't balling, but he was really aggressive. He was pressing, he was running, he was flying into challenges, he was doing this. Bro, Fulham fans online were going mad, but they love him, bro. They love, like, we watched him the other day and we were like, yo, obviously his levels in it, like we spot Arsenal and Chelsea, their man spot Fulham, but like they love him. Like we were watching him thinking like, yo, this guy's dead. Like what a scam from Madrid, blood. And then this guy, like their fans were loving him, bro. Absolutely loving him. This is mad. Nah, not Brian Brobby. He's not strong like Brobby. Nah, let's not do that. He's not Brobby strong. But I hate you. He's more like maybe not Liam Delap. Who's just a workhorse, bro. He's just a workhorse, but obviously because he's come from Madrid, he's got some tech, like he's got some technical ability, but he's willing to work. Like some of them technical man are lazy, bro. Some of them man are lazy, but he actually looks like he's willing to work, bro. Now he can hold the ball well, but I'm still saying Brian Brobby's different. Brobby's different. Brobby is different, bro. He is Brobby's peak. Brobby, I think should be at like a big six club. Honestly, like he could be that good. I was gonna say that, yeah, your boy got a transfer in it. He's on the bench, bro. Liam Delap is on the bench. Liam Delap and Chris Wood on the bench. Callum Hudson-Odoi on the bench, all for Forest. Forest bench not even bad, you know. Like from an attacking perspective, Forest have got more than Liverpool on the bench. In terms of attackers, all Liverpool have is Rio and Gamoa to come on. Whereas in terms of attackers, these men could bring on Liam Delap, Chris Wood, or Callum Hudson-Odoi. So it's actually mad. Look at that football from Forest, bro. Look at that football. Really, really tidy football in that final third. Really tidy. They were angry that he took the shot, but there was no angle for the pass. Like, there might have been an angle for the pass, but you would have needed to be like extremely good to make that pass. Shit corner though. Schlager. That was poor from Schlager. He didn't really have a plan. Wirtz, what are you going to do? Yeah, just releases it safe. Wirtz not really done much, to be fair, this game. Not really seen him. But I think the way Liverpool have played, great feat from Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai, so at the moment, he's looking like Liverpool's best player, bro. Big man thing. Am I bugging to say that Szoboszlai looks like Liverpool's best player? Like most of last season and beginning of this season. He's the one. Like, he's the one that's going to make something happen. He's the one, bro. Rude little nutmeg on Schlager, because it's not even like a nutmeg where Schlager's legs were open. His legs were so closely, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, Isak's a Mali still. You can see that. Isak is a Mali, bro. He's probably, he's one of them ones like, because he's a few generations removed from Somalia, his head's kind of grown into a more normal, natural human shape, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? But he's definitely a Mali, bro. He's definitely got Mali heritage, bro. 100%, bro. He's just been out in normal civilization for a few generations, bro. Do you know what I mean? I have no idea. It looks like he's staying because if he's leaving, starting him back-to-back games is a bit wild, blood. Starting him in back-to-back games is bonkers because he could get injured and then the transfer's off. And if he gets injured, it's peak because if the transfer's off, then you ain't got money for a replacement. And right now, they need a replacement. Really tidy football from Forest again. At the back post, Forest should be 2-0 up. Forest should be 2-0 up. And Liverpool, bro, what I'm seeing right now with Liverpool, Bradley Barcola is not solving these problems, bro. Bradley Barcola is not what you need right now, bro. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're playing Bradley Barcola in centre back, I don't know what you're gonna do, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Glasner is cooking here, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I don't know what Ahmad has got wrong with man said Eritrean, bro. Eritrea, Somalia, same thing, bro. It's the man. You know what I mean, that man over there, innit? It's them, man, innit? Bro, I was playing football with a guy, yeah. I was playing football with a guy for years. And he's got like a strong Spanish accent. So we were watching the one time, I think it was the Euros 2 years ago, and Spain lost, or Spain won. And he was getting vexed. He was like, oh, I can't believe that Spain won. I wanted England to win. We've got a strong Spanish accent. So I said to the guy, Luis, aren't you Spanish? He said to me, no, like, I know Spanish. I said, I thought you got a Spanish accent. He said, oh, I sound like I'm from Spain. I said, where are you from? He said, I'm from Venezuela. I said, you're fucking Spanish. Chatting shit. How can you say, do I sound like I'm Spanish? And you got a Venezuelan accent. So your first language is Spanish then? Am I a dickhead? Chatting bollocks. Man said, what? Do I sound like I'm Spanish to you? He's like, oh, I sound like I'm Spanish to you. Where are you from? Venezuela. I said, Lewis, get the fuck out of my face. Chatting shit. You fucking Spanish, innit? What you talking about? Ridiculous. Am I bugging? It's like hearing someone speak German and assuming they're German. And then they're like, well, actually, I'm Austrian. My nigga, what do you want me to do? Marley stocks were at an all-time low. Yo. I had to cuss one Marley on the road the other day, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. The worst thing is, Liverpool are going to scumbag this. Liverpool are going to scumbag this win as well. That's the worst part. You perm your hair to look Somali. That comment doesn't bother me because it's just not true. But okay, I've never met anyone in my life who's not Somali that wants to look Somali. You must be Somali because you're taking that comment personally. I'm West Indian. I have curly hair. It's not that deep. No, I hear you, bro. I hear you, but I'm not. My ear is not attuned enough to know the difference between Venezuelan Spanish. He was speaking English with a Spanish accent. I can't hear that you speak. I don't know that you're speaking English with a Venezuelan accent. How am I supposed to know that, bro? That's deep Latin knowledge that I don't have, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And you're in England. How many Venezuelan people do you meet in England, my bro? Do you know what I mean? We're in England. Maybe if I'm in America, I might assume that you're a Latin American country, but we're in England and you're speaking with a Spanish accent. What do you want me to do, bro? Shout out Max Crane, man. As we said last time Liverpool went live, AT, I said, bro, are you man going into the season with Rio Ngamoa as a starting winger, bro? Like as like a mainstay league winger? Like, what is this? Is this what we're doing? Like, do you know what I'm saying? And that's not disrespect to Rio because he's cold. But I don't want to start a season with Ethan Wanieri as my only winger. Ethan's cold. But he's like 19, bro. He's young. I don't want that my main guy. Like, come on, bro. But obviously, Rio's on the bench today. But the way Munoz is playing, they might need Rio to be starting, blood. They might need Rio to be starting. They got a score before half time. If Liverpool get to half time, then it's long. Big kick from Matt Sells. Looks like Igor Thiago's offside. No flag. And there's that 1-0, no flag. It's just a straight kick over the top. It's Ndoye as well. And it's just a straight kick over the top, blood. Oh my, I thought that was offside. The Liverpool players obviously thought it was offside as well because they were just standing there chilling. They were just chilling, bro. No urgency, blood. Why does Arteta want Alvarez so bad, bro? Jesus did well there. Well, you abandoned us during slavery, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm glad he's doing well somewhere, blood. You know, like that. Okay, the ball through to Ndoye isn't off, but the long ball from Matt Sells, I think there's a player in an offside position, but that player doesn't get involved in the play. But the player that actually picks up the ball isn't offside. I think that's 1-0. There is a player that's off when Matt Sells plays the ball, but that's not the player that's involved in the play. He actually comes out of the play entirely and doesn't interfere in play. 1-0, and that's Ndoye. Oh, look how tight that is for onside. Just a foot of whatever defender that is. McAtee assist, you know. Man said my baller. All right. That's Chelsea, man, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? They just want anyone in their team that's white and English. Do you know what I'm saying? By the way, Jesus is a good behind the striker player, but he is terrible as a striker. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, he can do the link up stuff, but he's not a finisher like that. Forest nearly in again. Liverpool, listen, last week we spoke about Man United in crisis. This could be Liverpool in crisis. Liverpool could be 3-0 down at this point. They could be. Like the video, by the way, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, Liverpool could be 3-0 down here. Liverpool have attacked, so they've created some options, but like Forest have missed like big, clear-cut opportunities. And opportunities they should have scored. I don't know that Liverpool have missed opportunities they necessarily should have scored. Do you know what I mean? Last season, Forest smoked them 3-0. This is the Forest that lost to Leeds twice in 4 days, by the way. Exactly. Bro, man said Glasner out, bro. Glasner out. Bro, man, if it stays like this, fucking United fans are going to want Glasner at Christmas, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Trendy FC, bro. You man see the video of Evra getting upset because someone gave him a Man United shirt with Netflix FC on the back, and he was like, "Fuck off, get off my stream." Evra's a weirdo, bro. Obviously, he played well at left back, but he's a weirdo, bro. What a weird guy. Real talk, what has Isak done at Liverpool? Cash checks, blood. That's what he's done, bro. Secured the bag, blood. Generational wealth for his family and that, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Them man are using Liverpool like Saudi, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. Yeah, he's French. Yeah, he's French, innit? Obviously, them man are weird, innit? Them man are certified weirdos a lot of the time, so shouldn't be surprised. Man said breaking bare lines. That pass wasn't the best from McAtee, to be fair. That pass wasn't the best. He broke the line, but it wasn't a friendly pass. The attacker was never getting that. It's got to be Soboslai to save the day. Big punch from Matt Sells. Forest struggling to get the ball out. They get the ball out now, and that was a shit pass, bro. Forest need to take those chances, they will regret it. Bro, 100%. At least they've scored before the half, but they should really look for another one, bro. Charlie Kirk as a left back is hilarious. The problem is, like you say, they haven't really addressed their problem areas. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you man brought in a £120 million attacker. But on paper, obviously your attack was a problem last year, but on paper, your attack's not the main problem. Like, see, like right now, for example, Virgil's still Virgil, but Virgil's old, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Charlie Kirk has his mind games, trust me. You see where while Virgil's still old, you man got to bring in the next Virgil now and have like a kind of passing of the torch season. What you don't want to do is Virgil gets old overnight and starts playing shit by the end of the season. You have to bin him or sell him to Saudi for like 5 million and then go and sign a new centre back that's got to get up to speed. There should be some crossover between these. We can see Virgil slowing down. So get onto that new centre back now and start putting that together. And then you can slowly phase him out of the team. Poor from Szoboszlai. I've sung his praises, but that's poor. Is this Ndoye coming forwards? It's that moving like Semenyo. Bro, doing it at a big six club is different, bro. It's not easy to be the star man at a mid-sized team. Forest has just been caught trying to play the ball out. I don't know why, trying to like walk the ball out. Bruv, Isak, that wasn't even a step over. That was a jump over, bruv. Man are doing hopscotch, bro. Man fully jumped over the ball. Nah, that injury might have finished Isak, you know. That injury might have finished Isak. I'm not going to lie. That injury might have finished him. Nah, bro, look at the way he jumps over the ball. Man are doing hopscotch, blood. Do you know what I mean? Doing his best Somali impression, bro. The Isak shuffle in that, blood. Allow it, bro. But if they keep giving away corners and set pieces, that was a Madueke step over. That's strike one, AT. Don't do that. That's strike one. But if they keep giving away corners and set pieces, it's only a matter of time before Liverpool score. Just play it down the line. It's got to release that a little bit quicker. The pass is there. He was like this at Newcastle, but he has so many feeders there. I hear that, but he's also like he was the main guy there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you said, everything was just give the ball to Isak, give the ball to Isak. And because it's Newcastle, if you make a mistake here, like that little leg over he just did, because it's Liverpool, if they lose today, that's going to go triple platinum on Twitter, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas at Newcastle, if he did the same thing, it's not that deep, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So man would forget when you have these shit moments. Do you know what I'm saying? Man would just forget, bro, because it's not, man ain't taking it that seriously because respectfully, it's Newcastle, isn't it? You get a little bit more grace. But when you play for a big club, it's just constant. Man are just looking to gun you down, bro. Man are looking to gun you down, blood, like Ricky in the alleyway. Honestly. Frimpong, poor pass. Hey, that same centre-back has given the ball away twice, trying to, it's 1-1. The same centre-back who was that gave that ball away? Who was that? That's the same centre-back that tried to walk the ball out last time, and he's just done the same thing again. He's done it twice. He's got the ball down. There's there's 3 Liverpool players around him, and he's trying to walk the ball forwards. Just rass the ball out there. Just get the ball gone. Who was that that's brought that ball down? Frimpong's coming through. He's onside as well. It's a good shot from Verts. I think it's Milinkovic. Twice. Milinkovic has had the ball, but he's just trying to walk the ball down. And you're getting into a straight shootout, and this game could have been long gone. Murillo. Yeah, maybe it's Murillo. He did it 2 seconds ago, Ahmad. The same thing. Got players around you, intercepted, and then you're trying to play cute football. Why are you trying to play cute football there? Just rass that ball and get rid of it. Is he offside for the first? That's a really unfortunate offside. If it is offside, is it definitely offside? Yeah, peak 1-0, back to 1-0. That should be a warning shot. I don't want to see Murillo or Milinkovic or whoever that was do that again. You've been having good success from long balls. Long ball over the top for Ndoye or for Jesus to run onto. Just keep going long there. You ain't got to overcomplicate it. It's a lovely little back heel. That's a lovely little back heel. I was saying Forest can go 3 years in a row winning at Anfield. That's history. Forest are a big club. It's my dad's team. My dad's a Forest fan. Schlager, you got to do better with that. Schlager, that's poor. The ball's coming down out of the air. Schlager's looking to... Oh, he's going to fall over. Good, no contact. That's really good. Really good defending. Was that Nico Williams? Munoz is dead, bro. It was Nico Williams. Just stayed with him long enough to put a bit of pressure on him. Did they play together? Did this Munoz come from Fulham or somewhere? Where was Munoz before he moved to Liverpool? He looks familiar, bro. Did he come straight from Madrid? Nah, Madrid, Osasuna. Okay, nah, they didn't play together. All right, cool. But Schlager's looking at the ball to bring it down, and Wirtz just gives him the tiniest little nudge and puts him straight off. You've got to be aware of your surroundings. That's the difference. Maybe in Spain, they're going to let you bring that ball down, or in Germany, they're going to let you bring that ball down, and then we're going to play football. Nasta. In England, man ain't letting you bring that ball down. Man are going to get onto you. Poor header from Gakpo. Gives the ball away. Oh, and that should be a yellow card for McAllister on Ndoye. McAllister lucky to get away with one. Liverpool have got away with a couple. They got away with not giving a free kick for McAtee, and they've just got away with one there. Well, they got the foul, but I think that should be a yellow card slightly, because that is mounting an attack, and he was well late. Yeah, Liverpool are still well in this game, because they're just like Forest. They're just kind of Forest. It's not even that Forest done anything wrong, but Liverpool have the talent to counter, and Liverpool have probably the better one-on-one talent. Maybe not across the pitch, but Sobos like Isak, Wirtz, even Gakpo, like they'll create opportunities, and these men they're capable of scoring goals. But this Frimpong Kirkes experiment, I don't know that Liverpool can win big trophies with these two as their fullbacks. And that's the thing with football, you've got to evolve. Like, I feel like, do you know what I mean? Like, you've got, in Kirkes, you do have a very similar style of player to Andy Robertson, but that's just not how it works all the time. Cross comes in. Oh, off the crossbar from Wirtz. Wirtz is, link-up play and stuff is not the best. But his final action play has been really good. The goal was well taken. Obviously, it's chalked offside. He's won the header there against Aina. He's picked up a really good position. He's just in between Aina and Schlager. So he gets the best contact on the ball. Yeah, well, I think looking at the way Wirtz is playing, wanting him to play in a traditional 10 where he's going to be creative, like an Erdegaard or a Bruno or someone like that, I don't think that's his thing. But if he's a final action man, if he's a guy that's like more like a Gibbs White, if he's the guy getting the goals, he looks more like that's what he's on. Liverpool trying to rush to get this ball back. And I just think this is where some of the smaller teams, like man, them think Arsenal are kind of boring. I think at this stage of the game, the way it's going, I think Arsenal, if they were in Nottingham Forest position, slow the game down and try to manage the game till half time. Whereas Forest have got no game management. They're still attacking. There's 5 minutes left. Liverpool starting to fly into challenges, give away quite a few fouls, press really aggressively. I think if you're a little bit smarter, I don't know who their captain is, just slow the game down and get to half time easy. I know you want a second goal before the half, but with the time and the way the game's going, it looks like the opportunities for that to happen are kind of falling away. Don't go and concede with poor game management now. Just get to half time. In the 30, 35, 40, cool. But now we're into 41. Let's just get to half time with a clean sheet. Because Liverpool are growing in intensity. Let's just take this thing out of the game. Let's not make this a basketball match. And you'll see what I mean. When Forest next win the ball, within 2 or 3 passes, they'll give it away. Because they're trying to really urgent. They're letting the clock push them in urgency when they should allow the clock to push Liverpool in urgency. Liverpool are at home. They are the bigger club. They are going to be the urgent ones. Let the clock push them. And you guys work to counter that and soak up that pressure. They're kind of doing it now, off the ball, but when they're on the ball, I think in this situation, they don't quite know what to do. Frimpong really is not a great crosser of the ball. They've gone from Trent to such a different... Okay, they've won possession of the ball here. McAtee goes wide. Trying to switch over to the other side against Kirkes. That's better from Forest. That's much, much better. 2 passes, Liverpool kicked the ball out. That's much better. I trust Glasner. He won a Europa with Frankfurt. Glasner's a good manager still. That's Glasner's problem, even when he was at Palace. I mean, you guys, 2 United fans, both have very different views of Glasner. See, they've taken the throw in, and within 2 passes, the ball's back at the feet of Alisson. You don't need that. You don't need that to happen. But maybe they just don't have the players like an Arsenal do to kind of hold the ball and just kind of move the ball around. Like with Saka and Erdegaard, I know like Manham don't rate them. There might be better attackers out there, but in terms of just keeping the ball tidy and killing off a game, them man are specialists at that. Right, they've won the ball back. And they've lost it again. Again, they've won the ball back. Gibbs White has tried to run through, lost the ball straight away. You just keep giving Liverpool the ball. The more Liverpool have the ball, the more chance there is that they're going to score. Just keep the ball. Just keep the ball. And these men actually don't have the ability to do that. Alexander Isak's had the fewest touches in this whole game. He's had 4 touches in this whole half. That's probably going to be that might be a yellow card for is that Igor Jesus? It is going to be a yellow card. It's a cynical one, but I don't mind that because that's a bit of game management. That is what we mean about slowing the game down. How did Alonso go invincible with Frimpong? Because they play in Germany, bro. Germany don't have that many. Like Germany's league is fairly technical, but it's not super athletic. It's quite slow and not very athletic. So if you got a speedster like Mane, I know Mane was good in the Prem as well, but someone like Mane, bro, he's gonna kill man, bro. He is just going to kill man, bro. 44 minutes and look, Liverpool still coming forwards. Gakpo, Isak, poor touch. Oh, it's over from Munoz. And you're just giving them so many chances. Like, it's making me really, again, like I said, I know that a lot of you don't rate Saka, Erdegaard, Arsenal's team, whatever. But when I look at the football of some of the lower teams, I'm like, bro, Nottingham Forest don't actually have the technical ability in their team to hold the ball for 3 or 4 minutes. That's mad, bro. Chelsea have the ability to hold. If Chelsea were 3-0 up and didn't want to attack no more from 86, they could just hold the ball. They could just move the ball. Arsenal can just move the ball. I don't know that United could do that yet, but maybe. But this Forest side, bro, you're obsessed with Madueke. You're obsessed. Poor pass from Kirkes. Yo, man of flicking the ball over man's head and that, like, bro, just no manners. That Kai Cenat looking brother is brainless. Who? Frimpong, Liverpool's right back. In Germany, Frimpong can duck down the line. And remember, Frimpong played in the back 5, didn't he? Wasn't Alonso the back 5? He played wing back. Am I bugging? He could just bust down the wing and whip crosses, blood. Done. That's it. Now he's in a back 4, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? So man expecting him to defend, win the ball. You got to play and pass inverted. Do you know what I'm saying? You got to like underlap. There's a lot more to do, bro. You ain't got 3 centre backs behind you defending you. It's not a bad ball from Gakpo. Forest win the ball. Go down the line. There's no options. Go infield to Schlager. Nico Williams loses it, but he had no options. He looked up and had no one around him, bro. You nearly pulled out of that challenge there, Milinkovic. I'd have been fuming if you pulled out of that challenge. Good touch from Aina. Can you whip that ball in? Oh, it's a good shot from Aina. Surely off the crossbar. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alisson Becker, one of the best goalkeepers in Premier League history. Munoz got sent right back to Madrid, blood. It's a really good save. It's a really, really good save. And that came from slowing the game down. Do you see what I'm saying? This helter-skelter back and forth football, man, I don't need that. Slow the game down. Nearly 2-0 again. That's probably going to be it for half time. It should be like 3-1. Forest have played much, much better. Is it another corner? Hey, what we wouldn't give for Forest to score this last corner, bro. Imagine. Nah, it's big Virgil there again. That's time. Half time. It's a decent game so far, you know. It's a decent game, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm enjoying it, bro. I still feel like Liverpool can win this game. I still feel like they can win this game. But I do feel like Areola's tactics were a little bit, I don't know. Glasner's definitely outfought him today. Do you know what I'm saying? Liverpool has no second striker. No, I said this. I said attacking wise, Forest have more on the bench. The only attacker that Liverpool have is Rio on the bench, and Forest have Liam Delap, Chris Wood, and Callum Hudson-Odoi. Forest actually have more attack on the bench than Liverpool do. Obviously, Ekatike's injured, Barkola's coming in, but the way that they're playing with these tactics, I think maybe Ekatike instead of Isak makes a big difference. But I don't know where Barkola makes a difference in this team. I really don't know where Barkola makes a big difference in this team, if I'm honest. Do you know what I'm saying? And Liverpool didn't look great last week either. Liverpool have had one shot on target for that whole for the whole half. One shot on target. Bro, Brycey, the Forest have been much better than Liverpool, bro. Much better. I ain't a big fan of Barcola, but after seeing that Munoz, he will be a massive upgrade. Yeah, I get you, but like as an individual, he will be an upgrade. But in terms of the system, if Barcola is there instead of Munoz, like okay, cool. Just now, because of the system that they play, for example, Kirkez is so high up that when Aina just ran through, Munoz had to drop back and defend him. So if Munoz ain't there and it's Barcola is still not dropping back and defending Aina because he's not really a defensive type of winger. Do you know what I'm saying? So in terms of the actual system, okay, fine. There's a couple of chances that they've gone forwards there. Barcola is probably going to be better than Munoz going forwards. Cool. But then you're going to lose a little something defensively because Munoz does track back and Barcola don't. So I'm not sure. Do you know what I mean? But you've gone into the season with your centre backs being Virgil, Jacket, and Araujo. I'm not sure about that. Do you know what I mean? Jacket looks okay. In fact, Jacket looked kind of trash last two times I've seen him. Virgil has been the main centre back. Like he's been the best of their team, of their defenders. And Virgil's old. Do you know what I'm saying? Szoboszlai only has a 4.5 rating, but I think Szoboszlai has been really good. Wirtz, Isak, it's just stinky, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It really is. You man are getting bopped by this midfield. And if these attackers were a bit better, bro, do you know what I'm saying? They like we've already said, they should have scored about 2 or 3. Maybe Liverpool should have scored 1, but Forest should have scored about 3 in that half. Man, someone's knocking my door. 1 minute. Hey, if you man are here, this is the book. Go and get this book. If you're interested in the numbers that go into football, this is the book. Soccernomics. It goes into all the different numbers that go into, how can I get this up to thing? All the different numbers that go into modern football. Everything about how, like, trials, like what good business looks like. Does football discriminate against black people? Do coaches matter? All this kind of stuff. All the different numbers that go into football. Really, really fascinating book. Go and get yourself a copy of this book if you were interested in like the behind the scenes of football and how football kind of really works, the operational side of football. Really, really interesting. But yeah, that being said, bro, Liverpool look poor, bro. Liverpool look poor. And it's not even that they look poor because they're losing. They look poor, like, just general performance-wise. It's just not, it's not good enough, bro. This team was champions not last year, but the year before that. Do you know what I mean? And have they really got rid of their spine? Like, since they were champions, who have they got rid of that was part of that championship winning team? Obviously, Mo Salah's gone. Who else is gone? Trent was already gone by then, right? Guess they lost Robertson. I guess they lost a few players, but their recruitment's been poor. Their recruitment's been poor. And then their management, you know, they bought in Ekatike, consistently bagged goals. I think Ekatike has been so good for them. And then they bought in Isak. Isak got injured. And every time Isak comes back from injury, they just throw him straight into the starting lineup over Ekatike. Right now, I know Ekatike is injured, but it's just pure disrespect to Ekatike, in my opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? The guy consistently bags goals and cannot consistently get a run in the team. It's mad. Curtis Jones, yeah. To be fair, they have lost a lot of players. They have lost a lot of players, but they haven't replaced a lot of players. So they won the league in what, 24-25? Who's gone since that time? Salah, Kanate, um, Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones gone to Inter and Robertson. And then last year, Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Quansah, Kelleher, Trent. Yeah, I guess that's a lot of their players, I guess. But then, like, if I'm looking at it from not this year but last year, who have they replaced? Trent has been replaced with Frimpong. Downgrade. Quansah replaced, only kind of just replaced now with these men now, Jacket and Araujo. Yeah, okay, roughly the same. Darwin Núñez replaced with Ekatike, kinda, or Isak. Luis Diaz not really replaced. Luis Diaz is replaced with Gakpo, not really, not the level. Mo Salah replaced with Munoz or Barcola. Kanate replaced with Araujo. Andy Robertson replaced with Kirkes. And Curtis Jones. I mean, do they even have a kind of replacement for Curtis Jones? Not really. Do you know what I mean? So it's all they're pretty much all downgrades. Really, do you know what I'm saying? Like apart from Ekatike, everything's been a downgrade. The recruitment's been poor. From a title winning team, it's just downgrade, downgrade, downgrade. How long do they give it before they start looking at Iraola? Now I'm saying this, I'm sure they'll come out and smack these man 4-0. Do you know what I'm saying? But if you're a Liverpool fan, are there any Liverpool fans in the chat? If you're a Liverpool fan, if you don't win today, is this on players or is this on the coach? Do you know what I'm saying? Who do you look at for this? I mean, part of it you're going to look at Isak's been poor today, but I think that the way Isak's been put on this crazy pedestal is ridiculous, in my opinion. Like I say, I understand Ekatike's been injured, but every time Ekatike comes back from injury or every time Isak comes back from injury, straight into the team, bro. You don't even have to earn his place in the team. He's straight back into the team because these men are trying to justify the money that they spent on him. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if he's shit, man has just got to like not let it go, but you got to treat him like any other player. Do you know what I mean? He can't just know he's going to get straight back in the team. That's ridiculous. And unfortunately, that's what's happening. Who's been the standout players so far? I think Ndoye's been really good. Ina's been good. McAtee's been good. Schlager, I just need to see a bit more from him. I'm not gonna lie. He's in the midfield and he's just doing what any generic midfielder could do, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? They're in transition. They need to buy some players for Iraola. Yeah, I get that. I did say I think Gravenberch is going to be one of the players that's going to struggle under Iraola's style. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of running. I thought Kirkes and Frimpong would be, would be better in this style of football. But the midfield just don't create enough chaos for them. And the biggest thing is just that Isak's been terrible. So now you've got to look at this and think before you come out, you've got to think Liverpool are at home. This is why I want to see Glasner be smart. Liverpool are at home. They're going to push for the goal. They have to push for the goal. They're going to want to go early in the second half. What we've got to do is set the trap for them. We've got to sit defensively, soak up the pressure, and be ready to go long to Ndoye or Igor Jesus over the top. We've got to be ready for that. I don't want to see these men committing their wing backs forward to the attacks. There's no need. Do you know what I mean? Just leave the wing backs back and just spread the ball wide towards a corner flag for Igor Jesus or Ndoye to run onto. Then you can create a goal. And try and just reel Liverpool into attacking, especially with one of their attacking fullbacks, more likely a Frimpong, and then spring that trap. Every time the ball gets loose, you want to be just looking for that left side corner flag or like the edge of that 18-yard box. Bang, shoot that ball straight over. Bang, shoot that ball straight over. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't run the transition gimmick when you spent about 200 million after you spent 400 previous summer. I'll be real, bro. You can when you're not Arsenal, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? If it's us, then it's a problem. Into the second half, we know Liverpool going to be really, really aggressive this first 5-10. Are they in? I thought that might have been a foul for Frimpong. It's given as a foul for Frimpong in the end. I thought so. Man said the victim gimmick. I think it was a foul for Frimpong anyway. And as predicted, look how aggressive Liverpool are being. Look how aggressive Liverpool are being and how high they're pressing. Spread that ball, spread the ball, spread the ball. That's a poor pass. I don't know why you're throwing your hands up in the air when you played that shit pass, McAtee. That was poor. There were two players next to him and he didn't pass to either one of them. But it looks, this is going to be a good half because Liverpool look like they know what they need to do to score. But Forest know what they need to do to counter. They're both doing the right thing here. What are you saying, Samson? Liverpool do look like this season. Maybe I'm wrong. I said that straight away. I said my biggest worry for Liverpool is their squad depth. They got no squad. Now they're starting the season with Rio and Gamora as a starting winger. It's a great tackle from Nottingham Forest. Forest have defended inside their box really, really well. If I'm looking to make a change for Forest, I'm looking for Schlager to come off at some point because he's not winning any battles. I don't know what he's doing. He's not really being great progressively. I say that he does. Oh, it's a bit of a naughty tackle, but Forest come forwards anyway. Great ball in behind for Igor Jesus. Hold it up. Don't go for a shot. Please don't shoot. He does shoot, and it's fucking terrible. I knew it. It was Ndoye, to be fair, not Jesus. It's like, don't shoot from there, bro. The angle's not there to shoot. They need somebody else. I don't know who's on the bench, but what they need, Schlager's not box to box enough. They need someone else to actually commit to these attacks with them. They might need a Ryan Yates or something, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? They need someone that can help win the ball, but can also just help commit to the attack. When they attack and they've got two players up, everyone stays back, and they just allow the two to go and do their own thing. Munoz is so dead. This is one of the worst single performances I've seen in a while. I've seen teams be bad, but this is a bad performance. Like, just single solo performance, awful. Glasnow's got to find someone else who can be in that midfield and can also contribute to the attack. Because, like I say, it's just Ndoye, ball long to Igor Jesus, and then Ndoye adds to the attack, and that's it. One-on-one defending, they've actually been half decent. Schlager wins the ball there. No one around him. Look, no support whatsoever. Gibbs White just poking at the ball. Why? Aina has just cleaned out Munoz. Cleaned him out. It's the yellow card for Aina. think Rio comes on in 60. Schlager's picked up the ball again on the edge of the box. Looks to send it long. Not the best pass. Allison's all the way up. Oh, you man are pussies. The ball's come all the way down. Schlager doesn't even compete for the ball. He doesn't even compete for it. That drives me mental. Mental. He doesn't even try. He just lets the Liverpool player head it and just leaves it. It looks to me like Forest aren't interested in scoring a second. That's why they're going to lose the game. They're not interested in scoring a second. In the first half, their attacks, Aina was part of their attack. Gibbs White was pushing up and part of their attack. Nico Williams was pushing up at times and being part of the creating crosses. None of the fullbacks or any of the defenders are being part of the attack. They're just leaving it to the front two. And if you can do it, you can do it. And if not, we'll just defend out. They believe that they can just defend for 45 minutes. I think Klopp must have taken the recruitment team with him when he left, because not one of these signings have seemed to be a hit. I just went through this at half-time, Samson. I went through all the players they've lost in the last 2 years, who they've replaced them with, and every single one has been a downgrade pretty much, apart from maybe Ekatike for like Darwin Núñez or something. This is why ability over physicality. Look at Munoz. Even if you ain't physically, if you're a good footballer, you can fall back on your ability. Yeah, but that's not an example of ability over physicality. You're talking like Munoz isn't exactly known as like a physical beast. Do you know what I'm saying? You got a better example would be like Adama Traore, where he's rapid and he's hella strong, but technically he's not it. It's not like Munoz isn't known to be rapid or known to be strong or known to be great in the air. He's just shit, bro. That's not even ability versus physicality. This is just fucking footballer versus fraud. Man's got to report Munoz to fucking trading standards or something, bro. Okay, maybe he's rapid. Fair enough then. I haven't seen it, but fair enough. But I wouldn't say, when people say physicality, they're talking about athleticism, innit? Like, they're talking about like a Declan Rice who could run about, put himself about, whatever. When people say like, oh, the game's been killed by athletes, they're not talking about Victor Munoz, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? If you go down the street and ask man, name me an athletically gifted footballer, man ain't listing Munoz. So, okay, he's quick, but it's good knockdown by Aina. The passing decisions by this game it's just gotten so scrappy, and Nottingham Forest make the worst passing decisions, and Liverpool could be in, not quite, and there's a foul on the defender. There's going to be a yellow card for Wirtz or for Munoz. It's Munoz. That's more frustration at himself. He's an average modern winger, though. I'd say he's a below average modern winger. And he's got himself a yellow card for no reason, bro. Just do you know what I mean? Isak stinking the place out. He just don't look the same, does he? I do think a lot of it is that injury. Since that injury, kept him out for a whole year, and he just don't look the same. Create. It's 1 against 3 or 4. Virgil's coming all the way over, and Eagle Jesus put that ball across the box. But that was a great run and great ball across the box. Is Ndoye, sorry. That was a great run and ball across the box. But once again, they are just not committing any players to attack. No one has even tried to get there with him. I don't know why he's done that. I get that there should have been someone there, but they Forest have pissed me off this second half. They haven't even tried. You know, Morgan was like shaking his head. He didn't even try to get there. I don't know what he's shaking his head for. But he should have brought that back and had a little scan and seen who's around him. You can't just kick the ball into a nothing area and say someone should have been there. Is that Liam Delap warming up? If they wanted to bring on Callum Hudson-Odoi, they could kill the game off. Yeah, Morgan didn't even run, bro. I don't like, but I don't know. Like I said, they look like they're not interested in scoring a second. They look like they've come out in the second half with the sole intention of just soaking up pressure. And they're just like, yeah, we've got no respect for Liverpool's attack. I don't know if they'll do that though, because I don't know if they feel like that's going to make them more susceptible to getting countered. But for me, if you put someone up top that can hold the ball, do you know what I'm saying? And then you fucking have Hudson-Odoi run off it, because Callum will run, then I think you're just in a much better position. But it depends on whether you want to go and win the game more aggressively. Do you know what I'm saying? Callum's technical as well. He ain't doing blind crosses. But this is the thing, like, Ndoye and Callum together could be good, because if Ndoye plays that ball and Callum's on the pitch, Callum will be there to just knock it in the net. But I just don't think Glasner has that ambition. I think we've got the worst winger than Madueke in this game. You man hate Madueke so bad, bro. Oh, that could be that should be a yellow card for Verts, but I think he's already on a yellow, so I don't think he'll get a yellow. Oh, is he not on a yellow already? All right, cool. Definitely a little cynical yellow there. But they also, Forest just need a bit of change of personnel, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you're just defending and defending and defending like this, you can just get a bit stale, bro. And again, it's that fucking Murillo centre back trying to drive the ball out, bro. Why does he do this, bro? Why does he do this, bro? Always trying to drive the ball, bro. You're not good. Like I don't know why he thinks that he's good enough to do this, bro. Murillo's shit, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a good box defender, but you ain't someone that should be driving the ball out. I don't know what you're doing, bro. And thinks he's Harry Maguire. That's a great little knock from Igor Jesus. We don't hate him. We was told he was one of the best wingers in the league when you bought him. That's what you lot told us. Do you know what I'm saying? Frimpong. Gakpo spins the two defenders, and it's 1-1. And bro, like I said, bro, what? And Isak's got the audacity to be doing big celebrations, bro. Audacity, blood. You're drawing at home. You got to show me more, but fair enough. But I said, bro, like I said at the time, did I not say at half time? Forest are showing no ambition whatsoever to ever go and get a second goal. They're just sitting there, happy to soak up pressure. Nico Williams gets spun differently, and you know who's at fault for that? Matt Sells. I'm not going to lie. Because the defender actually has that. 23 has that covered. But Sells dives for it, and because Sells dives for it, the 23 pulls out of it. The 23 pulls out of it, bro. Do you know what I mean? The defender, I don't know which defender that was. Who's 23? Cunha. Cunha actually has it. But because Matt Sells calls for it, Cunha goes like that, and then it's easy for Isak. That's poor from the keeper. If you're going to call for it, you got to collect it, or let the defenders do their job. I'll be honest, Man United and Chelsea fans cannot talk about Madueke regardless. He won the Premier League. I sound mad criticizing him heavy. Talk your shit, Samson. Talk your shit. Facts. 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 That's my world. That's my club world champion. Was it called Club World Cup or whatever it is? I don't even know what that is, bro. Them man there. I just bring on Caltech and Chris Wood and wrap this game up, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Just bring on Caltech and Chris Wood and wrap this game up. And we won't talk about the charges. Do you know what I'm saying? Callum, we won't talk about your charges today. Liverpool will probably go on and win, but Samson and Shane support Arsenal to some extent. Samson and Shane both enjoy, they support United, but they both just enjoy assessing football. Like, I enjoy assessing football. Some man on Twitter, and you man watch Lee Gunner and these man, they don't like assessing football just on a football basis. Do you know what I'm saying? Man just act silly for no reason, bro. Man just do Twitter banter and punchlines for no reason. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, Caltech had a little allegation during COVID, but I don't know where it went. I don't know what happened with it, but I know he had one. So you guys are saying Madueke is a good player? No. I can tell you what he's good at. He's good at beating his man one-on-one. He's got good feet. He's quick, but his final action is awful. His final action's awful. That's what lets him down. Szoboszlai have a strike. The thing is, as the game goes on and it's 1-1, Liverpool are at home, they're the better team, they're going to start gambling. And Glasner, and now it looks like Gravenberch is coming on. Glasner's annoying me because at no point is he going to counter gamble. Do you know what I'm saying? It looks like Gravenberch and Rio and Gamoa both getting stripped to come on. And I don't think Glasner is necessarily going to react in an attacking sense. And so it's a matter of time before it's 2-1 to Liverpool. Igor Jesus, that's good play. Poor pass. Oh, it's come off the Liverpool player. All right. Nottingham Forest starting to show a little bit more ambition. Virgil just doing Virgil things. I think Virgil's been so good today. I know he's old and he's way past his peak, but he's still been so good today. McAllister, that is not a good pass to Frimpong. Puts Frimpong in a bad position. Gibbs White is very frustrating to me watching him play. Because you see Gibbs White, yeah, he wants to run the minimal amount. And if you pass the ball like a yard this way, he'll throw his hands up in the air and not go for it, a bit like Bruno. This is why I don't think he'll get a move to a big club, things like that. Because there's so many times that the ball's gone loose and the opportunity, it's like you're dead. The opportunity to collect it, the spare ball, and go and do something with it is there. And if you played for a bigger club, I think the fans would expect you to go and push that extra mile, and he just won't do it. Facts. Bro, it's like me knocking you out in a boxing match, and you keep coming back to me saying, but I'm more technical than you. All right, cool. Maybe you are. I knocked you out, though. I knocked you out cold. Yeah, but in terms of technical ability, I'm more technical than you. Okay, fine. I knocked you out, so it's fine. Okay. I've never seen a team win the Prem and it's like, well, you don't have the more technical players. Okay. All right, cool. Imagine how we would sound as Arsenal if in 2016 we said to Leicester, well, but your players aren't even that good. Like, you've got Wes Morgan in defense. Our players are more technical than that. Okay, we won the league, innit? So it don't matter really. What do you mean? What? Who's lying to themselves? Where's the lie? Where is the lie, blood? Liam Delap has come on for Ndoye, and that's one change. But I feel like you need more legs. What Forest seem to be struggling with here is the transition of when they're defending and turning that defense into attack. And now I think the game could be over. Shimikas, Rio and Gamoa, and Gravenberch all coming on. I think the game's going to be over from here. I predicted 3-1, and 3-1 could be on. Liam Delap can score goals, but he's not a runner. He's not going to run. We need a runner in this game because Nottingham Forest are not winning the ball in Liverpool's half. They're winning the ball in the middle of the park, which means to create a goal-scoring opportunity, we have to travel all the way to the other side of the pitch. Who's going to do the traveling? Liam Delap can finish, but who's going to carry the ball and travel? I don't see who's going to travel. That's the problem. They've got McAtee. They've got Schlager. They're not going to travel. Gibbs White's not really going to travel. You would need someone like a Callum Hudson-Odoi to do that. Nico Williams trying to do it now. Liam Delap. Nico Williams into the box. Oh, brought down. Was he brought down by Allison? The ref says it's a pen. VAR's going to have a look. VAR's going to have. There's no point arguing with the ref in this modern era. There's no point arguing with the ref in this modern era. It's going to VAR. That's good, smart play from Liam Delap, to be fair. And from Williams. It's a very soft pen. Do you know why that's such a soft pen? He's taken his shot or his cross or whatever it is. He's done it. Yes, I've brought you down. But you are nowhere near the ball. You and I are both no longer in the game. This is like you shooting and then me and you crashing into each other afterwards. Yeah, it might be a foul, but like, the ball's gone. The ball is absolutely gone. Like, I haven't stopped you from shooting. I haven't stopped you from doing anything. The ball's over there. Like, Liverpool fans are going to go crazy, and I can understand why. Van Dijk doing the mind games with McAtee, just tapping him on his back, wishing him luck and that. Veteran mind games. And is it not going to be Liam Delap to take it? Oh, it's going to be Gibbs White. Mackie just keeping the ball warm for him. Gibbs White for the pen. Morgan, if you don't score this, you're going to have to run. You've got to score this, Morgan. I can see the chat going off out the corner of my eye, but I'm not looking. I don't feel confident of Morgan taking pens. I don't know. He does it, though. He does it. Sends the keeper the wrong way. It's 2-1. I don't know if it's a robbery, but it's a very soft pen. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a very soft pen. Because my frustration, if that's Arsenal, is that the attacker has played the ball. Yes, I've made contact afterwards, but you've played the ball. So if that ball goes in, you would want the goal, wouldn't you? If the ball goes in, you'd want the goal. You just want the foul. You just want the foul because the ball didn't go in. Do you know what I'm saying? You man got the satellite Wi-Fi. Man's still at the Allison yellow. You don't see the pen yet. But it's 2-1 to Forest. And listen, I'm not complaining. But I do think that's a soft pen. Very, very soft pen. If it's Arsenal, I'll be fuming there. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I've made contact, but I'm not impacting the play. The play's happened. The shot has happened. Do you know what I'm saying? The shot's happened. It's like me and you were running for the ball and you get a shot away and then I bring you down. But you've got the shot away. So what are we doing? It's a very, very soft pen. I think it is a pen because you've bought an attacker down in the box as a goalkeeper. So that's a pen. But I just think it's so soft. But listen, Alisson's an experienced goalkeeper, and maybe we got to criticize him more and say, you know what, that's naive from you. Naive. I still think Liverpool will score again. This game's got 2-2 written on it. The good news is they managed to get the goal before the substitutions were made. And now, if we thought Forest weren't attacking before, we are about to see Forest thoroughly not attack now because there's no way they're attacking. 20 minutes from victory, they're not attacking. They're not attacking. Callum Hudson-Odoi and all you man just put on the little warming blankets and towels you got on the bench because these men are definitely not attacking at all. Don't forget about it. Alisson shouldn't be there, to be honest. It was quick thinking from Liam Delap, and he caught Liverpool out completely. He caught them out. But you know, if you're running any attacker that runs against the goalkeeper, especially someone like Nico Williams, who's not a proper attacker, a real 9 like Vardy is probably looking for the goal. Anyone else is just looking to tap the ball around the goalkeeper, take some type of contact and get a penalty. That's pretty much mostly what you're looking for in that situation. Go backwards. Oh, so it's a nice little back heel down the line from Nico Williams, but you've lost the ball in a dangerous area. And good feet from Rio and Gamoa. And Forest keep doing this. It's like, I don't want to be rude, but you man aren't good. Like, you're playing a team of man that's better than you. Like, they are better than you. So why are you trying to play the ball in tight situations against players? You got 3 centre-backs behind you. Just use the centre-back. Palace kept doing this yesterday and got piped 4-1. Poor again. Look, trying to run the ball through your box. Who is that? Igor Jesus trying to run the ball through your own box. And now Liverpool are in for an attack. Matt Sells will collect. Brother, basics. Why are you trying to run the ball through your... Just rust that ball out there, bro. It's the same way you man gave away the first goal. Forest are so naive as a team. Certain man, like a Saliba or like, I even put Maguire in this category, but certain man can play the ball through the lines as a centre-back. When you've got a bunch of pressure on you, just rust that ball out there, bro. Virgil goes long over the top. Isak. Brother, what is Isak doing, bro? Bro, the fans are laughing at him. Like, the first couple rows of fans are just laughing at him. Like, bro, Isak is just... He's not the same guy, bro. Have you man seen Space Jam? Yeah, where the monsters take all their talent, blood. That's what happened to Isak, bro. His talent's been taken, bro. His talent's been taken. Honestly. "75 minutes in, it's a long 15 minutes for Forest. They're making it longer for themselves of how they're deciding to play, but they are just trying to survive in this game. The way Forest move the ball is so weird. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like, the Forest midfielder will receive the ball in his chest and bring it down to the ground. He'll see 2 Forest players completely alone or 1 Forest player marked by 2 Liverpool players. And he'll try to pass it to the players marked by 2 Liverpool players. Why? Why? I don't like... There's some content me and Shane are going to bring to the channel that's more of a tactical breakdown type thing. Liverpool player's gone down. The ref is not buying it. Why is Rio playing on the right? Who's playing on the left for them? Wait, this guy took off Gakpo and left on Munoz. Brother. Bro, okay. That alone deserves for you to lose this game. That alone deserves for you. Shane doing tactical breakdowns is mind games. Why? 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 What's wrong with Shane doing tactical breakdowns? Should I just do them on my own then? I'll do them on my own. Shane can be the host. Shane can be Laura Woods. Hey, AT, what's wrong with Shane doing tactical breakdown? Did you man ever watch on AFTV? I did a couple of tactical insight videos with James B. Did you man ever see those? I know you're not Arsenal fans, so you might not have seen them, but they got quite good feedback. And one of them I did was before the Real Madrid game, the first one, and I broke it down and said, here's why we're going to beat Real Madrid. And I got it absolutely spot on. And obviously before like it was going viral and everyone said it's Arsenal fans deluded, like of course he's talking about blah blah blah. Went pretty much as I expected it. And the second one we did the second tactical breakdown for the second leg. And I said at home, we probably beat these guys 2-0. Like I just don't see it wasn't an Arsenal access. Did you watch it? Did you actually watch it? Did you actually watch it though? But that's some of the kind of content we're thinking of doing going forwards, not just for Arsenal and United, but just breaking down some of the games. So if people are interested in that type of content, then again, that would be good to discuss. They're obviously, because it's James B as well. It's not like, oh, Arsenal's so great, blah blah. He likes to get into like the shape and the patterns of play and the formation. Like I said on the show in the second leg. Again, you might not remember it because you're not an Arsenal fan, but like. I was going to say in the second leg, I think that they're going to play, they'll take Valverde out of right back and put him in the midfield. They need legs in the midfield, blah, blah, blah. Like all that kind of stuff. And here's why we're going to score these goals or whatever. But yeah, as long as Shane doesn't do the Arsenal section where calm, you man might get taken down for over 18 content. Oh my days. This is what a lot of people say this about Terry Flewers as well, because he runs the football terrace. Good battle from Igor Jesus. Good battle from Igor Jesus. Now that's got to be a yellow card for Araujo. Igor Jesus is just putting the work to Liverpool's defense. Liverpool, there's two of you and you can't handle him. There's two of you and you can't handle him. Look at the strength. Look at the strength, blood. Boys off the little boy. Nutmegs the Barcelona youth, blood. Bro, who are these youths, blood? Look at Glasner. He's loving it, bro. Look at Glasner. He's loving it, bro. Araujo, you know. Araujo, man said, we've had one of the best centre-backs of this Premier League generation. We need a new centre-back to follow him up. Let's get Araujo. Araujo. In 2026, Liam Delap's on the ball. Goes down kind of easy, looking for a foul. Ref's not having it. Is he having it? I think the ref is having it. Nottingham Forest doing the tactical play thing right now. I don't mind it. Yeah, I was going to say, I knew you'd hate Terry as well. He gets so much criticism every time he praises Arsenal. "10 minutes left in this game. Nottingham Forest doing the dirty tactics, just trying to slow the game down, the old school, the dark arts. The Wingardium Leviosas, the Expelliarmuses. That pass on Cunha was dead, though. He punched that ball into Aina. I don't know what he wanted Aina to do with that. Delap quietly had a good cameo. He has. Do you know what it is, though? It's like, it's intelligent play. Like, obviously, me and you argue a lot about technical ability versus, like, physical ability or whatever. But Liam Delap's cameo here has been really intelligent. It's not necessarily that he's showing loads of great technical ability necessarily, but it's been very, very intelligent what he's done. Both teams have had 11 shots. Both teams have had 3 shots on target. But it's 2-1 to Forest away at Anfield. The fortress is crumbling, brother. It used to be a coliseum. Now manager's there for Instagram pics. It's long. Araujo. It's decent pass, to be fair. Wirtz. Oh, what a goal that is. What a goal. Oh, well, it's Munoz of all people, bro. Munoz of all people. Hey, he'd be Chelsea's best winger now. I'm not going to lie. He'd be Chelsea's best winger. He would be Chelsea's best winger, bro. He would be Chelsea's best winger right now. Big man thing. Takes it on the half turn. Murillo can't get close enough to him. Takes a little deflection off Murillo as well. 2-2. Could there be another? Could there be another goal? Could there be a winner? 8 minutes left. Early kickoff, setting the pace. Nottingham Forest hearts could be breaking. Get there. Nico Williams had a really good game. Finds Liam Delap. Liam Delap tries to slap it. It goes for a corner. Liam Delap already looking way better than anyone anytime he played for Chelsea. Already looking way better. It's a good win for Forest. Bro, listen, even a draw is good for Forest here. There'll be another 2-2 potentially. But if Forest have got a corner now, they're definitely going to look for set pieces. They've got 2 strikers on, remember. They've got Igor Jesus and Liam Delap both on. Corner comes in. Big punch from, well, medium-sized punch from Allison. Headed back in, but that header's kind of dead. Is that Schlager? I don't know how Schlager's managed to stay on the pitch this long. Honestly, I'll be honest. I don't know who is that. Henry Talks Ball? Is that who you're talking about? I don't even know who that is, and I don't know who Jordan is either. Good play from McAtee. Liam Delap coming forward, tries a Travella pass. That was ambitious, but he just had too many red shirts around him. Too many red shirts around him. Liam Delap's not been bad, but yeah, okay, yeah, I think I've seen him. Oh, they've given away a foul in a dangerous area. Szoboszlai is going to want this free kick. Szoboszlai is going to want this free kick, and I said there's a chance that Liverpool's scumbag will win. Isak just it's not even Isak, it's Gravenberch. He just turns away from the defender, and Milinkovic's arm hits him in the face. And Szoboszlai is going to want this. Szoboszlai is going to want this. Isak is standing there talking to him, and Szoboszlai is saying, listen, my brother, I appreciate all your heritage and that you're East African and we're cool, but I don't know why you're talking to me right now, blood, because I am going to slap this ball, bro. He did it last year against Arsenal. He is probably the best free kick taker at the moment in the league. And Matt Sells, to be fair, knows what's coming. Dominic Szoboszlai. Oh, it's just wide. It's not a bad free kick. Like 18, do you see Munoz's goal? That Munoz is cold blood. Do you see that goal? That's techie blood. He'd be you man's best winger, bro. He'd be you man's best winger. Aina coming off, putting a really, really good performance today, Aina, defensively and offensively. Aina has such a weird playing style, but he's so effective. He would, bro. We'd be Chelsea's best winger, bro. You man ain't got man that slap goals like that. Good ball over the top for Liam Delap, and he's going to just hold this up. He does so well to get around Araujo. Hey, Himanshu's biting, you know. Himanshu's biting, bro. Bro, you mentioned Esteval like 3 times. Esteval. Bro, Esteval didn't even start for you, bro. That Munoz you is awful, bro. Like, that goal is going to cover up so many cracks. Do you know what I'm saying? That goal is going to cover up so many cracks. Watch Liverpool fans on Twitter be like, bro, Munoz, you see that goal? You man don't watch the game. Like, some of these man don't watch the game because that Munoz you is terrible, bro. Terrible. Munoz more goals than Saka. I hear it, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? I hear that. That's facts. That's how you rate players, isn't it? So that's what it is, bro. It's gone. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't think he has more goals than Saka, but yeah, fuck it. Why not, bro? Did he score last week? And they're both on 1. "87 minutes in, you know." Remember, AT can't count, innit? So you got to allow him, bro. Munoz is on 1, Saka's on 1, but Munoz is on more than Saka. I told you, AT don't like black people, innit? That's how shit. I didn't know he scored last week. Still, that's what I'm saying, bro. But AT don't like black people, innit? So he just we count as half to him, blood. He thinks Munoz is on 1 goal and Saka's on 0.5. Blood. That's AT, innit? That's what he's on. That's why he supports Chelsea, blood. This is what it is. See Chelsea try release some fucking carnival-inspired kit, blood. And their fans ain't having it, bro. So their fans are like, bro, take this shit off our club website, bro. We don't want this shit. We're not Arsenal, bro. It's like, yeah. Timicast coming forwards. Szoboszlai legit is Liverpool's best player. Szoboszlai, they can't afford to lose Szoboszlai at this point, you know. They can't afford to lose Szoboszlai at this point, bro. Honestly. Man said goals against relegation don't count. Plenty of people think Fulham's getting relegated this year, my G. We don't know who's getting relegated yet. So, do you know what I'm saying? Because you tried cuss Gyökeres when he got a brace against Leeds and said Leeds are getting relegation fodder, and then they didn't go down. So, do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Leeds went on to beat fucking Forest, and Forest are going life and death with fucking, what's it called? Forest are going life and death with Liverpool right now. So it is what it is. You think Fulham are finishing 8th? I don't know about that. Szoboszlai looking for a cross. He might look for a shot instead. Coming up to 90 minutes. How many added are we going to have? We had a couple goals. It might be like 5 minutes added time. We've had goals. We've had subs. And this is where I worry about Forest. Because again, like I said in the first half, poor foul to give away. Really poor, silly, childish foul to give away. But like I said in the first half, real talk, Szoboszlai is dead. I don't think he's dead. Do you know what it is? You don't like him, I feel like, because he's not a specialist. Like, I'm deep in how you assess football. A lot of the stuff you say is not wrong. It's just like man assess football differently. You like specialist players, I feel like. Szoboszlai does a bit of this and a bit of that, which I feel like you don't like. He's like an 8, can kind of not technical enough to be a 10, Not really like argy bargy enough to be an 8, but he can do a bit of this and a bit of that. He can slap free kicks. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just like he's like a more aesthetic Bruno, blood. That's who he reminds me of, Bruno. Bruno is not really an out and out 10 like a Palmer or Erdegaard. He's not really an 8 like box to box, but he's just like, you know what I mean? Does a bit. Bro, they're bringing on Caltech now in the 91st minute, bro. Why? But the thing with this sub, Glasner's management is weird, bro. Because the thing with this sub, yeah, okay, cool. They're bringing on Callum Hudson-Odoi, safe. But are they actually gonna play to his strengths now? Are they gonna look to attack Liverpool now? I don't know if they are, bro. But it's Jesus and McAtee coming off. McAtee had a decent game. Dominguez and Hudson-Odoi coming on. Liam Delap and Hudson-Odoi, though, between them, do you know what I'm saying? Both Chelsea flops. They could do something, maybe. They can maybe do something. Liverpool just moving the ball. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got Callum Hudson-Odoi. Okay, cool. He's got legs to try to stick with Szoboszlai and shut him down. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. He's good but overrated. But it's like, how valuable is he to his team, innit? Like, Bruno is not the best player in the league, but he got player of the year last year. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I could see in a shit season, I could see Szoboszlai doing the same thing and occupying that same type of space. Where, like I said, if Man United lost Bruno, they might be fucked, bro. And if, like, to injury, I'm not saying if they sold him, because obviously they could reinvest that money. But, is that Munoz with another great touch? Munoz with a little touch around the corner, you know. What is it with these shit, man, Real Madrid rejects just fucking popping up after 90 minutes? Because remember, for Fulham, their man were trash against you lot. And then around like 87 to 90, they just started turning up, bro. Hey, Callum Hudson-Odoi getting pieced up by a youth team player, you know. You hate to see it, bro. Hey, Liam Delap just getting aggressive and physical with Araujo, blood. He said, bun that, bro. But this was it. Marino didn't even start, bro. I think he's more like I think he's closer to Bruno for United, because Marino didn't even start, bro. He comes up with clutch goals. That's where they're similar. But like Szoboszlai starts, bro. Szoboszlai, when their right back was injured, Szoboszlai slotted into right back and they played other players in midfield. Like, he does so much stuff for them, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like he's more like a Bruno for you, man. Liverpool can't break up low blocks, bro. I'm not going to say that, because knowing my luck, I'll say that and then they will. Newcap has the only one that's cold, and Madrid slapped a buyback. Yeah, I hear it. Liam Delap, this little cameo has been decent. Caltech outrun by Munoz, bro. Outrun by Munoz, bro. Hey, Callum's lost it. Big man thing. Callum's lost it. He's lost it, bro. He's lost it. 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 He's lost it now. Honestly. He tried to do the feet thing to that Noni youth team player. Noni was having none of it, bro. Then he tried muscle off Munoz. Munoz having none of it, bro. And Munoz is shit. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Put the fries in the bag, man. It's fries. It's fries. It's fries. Poor free kick to give away from Shimikas. Really poor free kick to give away from Shimikas. Hudson-Odoi was never that good. He wasn't really that. He wasn't great, but he always had this like a little bit of feet and some pace, bro. But now he ain't even got that. Now he ain't even got that, bro. Definitely should have taken the 70 million from Bayern, but Bayern's a better club than Chelsea. So if we went Bayern, they probably would have developed him into a better player. Full time. Liverpool need to spend. Bro, they spent bare money already, bro. What do you mean they need to spend, bro? What do you mean they need to spend? What are you talking about? That's all these men have done in the last 2 years is spend money, bro. It's another draw, and I'll be honest. That's back-to-back draws, and both times now, they should have lost. Both times, they've snatched a draw from the jaws of defeat, bro. Both times, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Once away from home against Newcastle, who have been ripped apart. Once at home against Nottingham Forest, who don't really look great, didn't really even attack too much. Nottingham Forest were actually kind of like borderline prolific. They only scored 2 goals, but they barely attacked. So, like, do you know what I mean? It's looking kind of spooky for Liverpool right now. I can't lie. They have spent a lot of money, but Iraola, clearly, the players that they have are not really the players that he wants. They're not really players that suit his style. And there's a lot of people in there that's just kind of underperforming. And again, it might just be the quality of the league overall, because coming up against better opposition, they might have problems. They might have big, big problems, Liverpool. Because this game is very winnable. This game is very, very winnable. Do you know what I mean? 2 points from your first 2. And you've played like mid-level opposition. Do you know what I'm saying? You've not played top-level opposition. The problem that you have with Liverpool is you feel like, and tell me if I'm wrong, you feel like if they come across, when they come up against better opposition, they probably lose. But also, when they come up against lower-level opposition, because Nottingham Forest kind of mid-table-ish, lower mid-table, Newcastle upper mid-table, but still kind of mid-table-ish, you'd expect those teams to finish in and around your 8 to 12 range. But when you come up against Coventry and some of these type of teams, that bottom 6 teams, and they shell up in a low block, we're not seeing where Liverpool are going to break down that low block, not from open play. Do you know what I'm saying? We're seeing maybe they go and get themselves a free kick and Szoboszlai can get them out of trouble. They maybe put enough pressure that they get a penalty. On the odd time, Gakpo gets a great turn away like he did today, gets brought down for a penalty. They can kind of scrap their way through some of those games, but it's not like, when Arsenal were playing Coventry, man said, cool, Arsenal's going to slap Coventry. When Chelsea were playing Fulham, it's like, cool, Chelsea's going to slap Fulham. In the end, it was 3-2, but that was like, that was kind of a surprise because we expect Chelsea to slap Fulham. I don't know where I'm seeing Liverpool going like, I expect you, man, to win these games. Because this was a game I predicted 3-1. I thought this is a game I expect you lot to win. If I'm a Liverpool fan, I've traveled to Newcastle, which is a fucking difficult journey to get from Liverpool over to Newcastle and go and watch you, man, play away. Newcastle should have taken that game away from Liverpool, but they got the penalty at the end and they made it 2-2. Fine, they scrapped a 2-2 away. Fine. Whatever, we chalk it off. First game of the season, cool. Next game, we're at home. Let's see a reaction at home. I don't think we saw the reaction that we would expect to see off the back of that. That's my problem. Do you know what I mean? That's my concern. Do you know what I'm saying? Chelsea went and played away at Fulham and won 3-2, but still it's like, you know what? That weren't really good enough. You beat Luton in the EFL Cup, but like when you play Chelsea tomorrow, when you play Brighton tomorrow at home, I'm expecting Chelsea to be at home for the first time. Morgan Rogers in front of the home fans for the first time. Cole Palmer back in front of the whole home fans. Cool. I'm expecting a reaction. I'm not expecting a 3-2-esque performance. I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting a proper reaction from Chelsea. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously they're playing Brighton. Brighton's much better than Fulham, to be fair. But do you know what I'm saying? Like that today was just poor what we saw from Liverpool there. And again, Forest should have won. Forest not prolific enough. I think Glasner tactically got some things right, but personnel-wise got something. I don't know if I can say personnel-wise he got things wrong. But the attack was just so poor. The attack was so poor. They should have taken this game away from Liverpool. There's a world where they go in 3-1 up at half-time, and it's just, do you know what it is? They built a gap but they didn't really build a mountain. If they build a 3-1 mountain in that first half, I think it's too much for Liverpool to come back. But it was only 1-0 and at halftime, so there was still that little bit to bridge and Liverpool to come back into the game, and that's ultimately what they did. So, but good point for Nottingham Forest. Much improved from Leeds last week, and that's what it is, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? We go into we'll be back live again for the man snatched the shirt from the youth. You know, hey, do you see that on the TV? Isak was giving the shirt to the kid. And a big man just snatched the shirt from the kid, bro. And now they're beefing about it. Oh, bro, Liverpool fans are scummy, bro. They are scummy, bro. He's giving it to the youth now, but he only gave it to the youth because man started putting pressure on him. Hey, you scumbag, bro. I still see that live on TNT, bro. You scum. But yeah, bro. 2 points in 2 from Liverpool. Not a great start. Bro, that guy's a bum, bro. For a sweaty Marley shirt, but that's too disrespectful. Let me calm down. I'm getting mad. But yeah, not a great start for Liverpool. Not going to lie. Okay start for Nottingham Forest. Pretty much what we'd expect. We expect Forest to kind of be, like we say, in that bottom 6 territory. And we saw why today. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be back again for Spurs. I think it's Spurs. Is it Spurs later? Spurs versus Newcastle, that should be a very, very good game. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't say that. I nearly said it, but I didn't say it. But I'll be back for that. 5 o'clock, 5:15. I'll see you, man, then. I'm going to have a little break. And I'll see you, man, in a bit. Peace and love every time. Like the video on the way out. See you, man, in a bit.